Welcome, welcome. I'm super excited you're here with me today. My name is Cindy Lish, and I'm an accomplished career coach that helps stay-at-home moms with the confidence, tools, and skills to get back to the workforce. Yep, that's exactly what I do. In fact, over the past 8 years, I've helped nearly 600 women to confidently go back to the workforce at jobs they absolutely love. So before we get started, I want you to subscribe to my channel so you are the first to know every single time I go live, which is going to be every week on Wednesday, because I don't want you to miss any of these videos. Okay? Are you ready? Okay, here we go. Today we're going to talk about how your why affects your what. All right, I'll explain it. So there are a lot of different reasons that you may be looking to go back to the workforce. And it's hard to go back to the workforce after you've been home. It's hard to go back to the workforce with a gap on your resume. It's hard for two reasons, right? It's hard because it's harder to get back into the workforce with a gap because employers are asking you, they're looking at that gap on your resume. But it's also harder on you, right? Because the longer you're home, the more that you think you can't do this, right? And you need that burning fire. You need something to motivate you, to push you, to get you out of that, to restore that confidence that you have, that you used to have, to remind yourself of your value, so that you feel secure enough so that you can go back to the workforce, okay? But let's look and see the reasons why you would be going back to the workforce, because honestly, there are lots of different reasons, and they all should be treated differently. They're not all the same. Okay. Now, suppose you're going back to the workforce because, well, a lot of my clients have to go back to the workforce. Okay, they're in a situation where they need to earn money. Many of them are single moms, not by choice, right? They're widowed or they're divorced, and all of a sudden, wow, this isn't how I plan on having my life, but now I have to go. I have to make money to support myself and my children in a lifestyle that we're used to, or at the minimum, we need a roof over our head and food on the table, right? So that's one set of whys, okay? And that should be the motivating factor, right? That you keep in mind every single day, with that strong determination that I can do this. I've been through difficult things. I can do this. This is not the hardest I've ever been in my life, and I can get through what has to be done, okay? And then we'll talk about the kind of jobs in a minute. Other reasons for going back to the workforce are because your kids are older, they're grown, they're out of the house, or even they're starting school, or just, I don't want to do this all day, right? And there's there's no judgments here, right? We're all moms. This is a safe zone. We're not judging anybody for this, but you know something? Our kids don't stay little forever. It would be nice, right? But they don't stay little forever. And our job as parents is to give them roots and wings, right? To teach them how to be independent, to raise them so that they can go out on their own and have their own lives and take care of themselves and have their own families and whatever. But where does that leave us as mothers? Right? So when you've dedicated 110% of everything you've done, and by the way, for those of you maybe who don't know me, maybe you're just joining me, I was home for 15 years. Okay, my kids are 19 and 20 and 23. I was home for 15 years. Okay, so I stayed home for quite a long time. But where does it leave you when 110% of everything you've ever done is revolved around just taking other people, right? And I just want you to think for a moment, if you're not there yet, about what it's going to feel like when all of a sudden your kids go off to college, when all of a sudden you're an empty nester. And well, what is that going to do to you, to your self-esteem? What is that going to do to your marriage? Right? So there are reasons that we go back to work, right? Because we're bored, we want to use, we know that we're smart, right? I knew when I was home, and I love being home. But every single day, I was like, I know that eventually I want to go back to the workforce. I know that I'm smart. And I want to be able to use some of that in other ways, right? Maybe I want to give back. Maybe I want to help the world, which is what I'm doing now, right? Maybe I want to do other things. Maybe I want to be challenged, right? That's what a lot of my women come to me and they say they want to be challenged. Some of the women say, I spend my days after I drop the kids off at school just looking for things to do. I don't want to just be doing laundry and cleaning the house and wandering around Home Goods looking for something to buy that we don't need, right? So there are different whys for going back to the workforce. Now, when you're looking at your why, and now you know why you want to go back to the workforce. Do you want to go back and be at the same level that you were before? Do you want to go back into the same type of career you had before? That's one why. Do you want to go back to work because you have to? You have to earn the income. That's another why. Do you want to go back to work because you just need something to occupy a few hours of your day so that you can feel challenged, so that you can feel respected, so that you have a reason to get dressed nicely in the morning and put on your lipstick and, and have somebody appreciate you, right? In ways that our families don't. Come on, let's be honest, right? So are you looking for that? What are you looking for? Because there are different kinds of jobs out there. We could be looking to go back in the same career path that we left. We could be looking for something completely and totally different. Okay, so maybe you've been volunteering while you're at home. Maybe you're volunteering at a school, maybe you're volunteering for an animal shelter, maybe you're volunteering for a food pantry. I mean, there's lots of different places that we volunteer. So that may have sparked some new interests in you, right? There may be things that you're passionate about, and that's your why. I would love to do this. I would love to do things with children. Would love to do things with women. What is it, right? Like for me, okay, I could help anybody find jobs, but I'm super, super passionate about helping whom? You guys, stay-at-home moms, right? Special place in my heart because I was you, okay? So understand that your why could be that you want to do that, okay? And now figure out what works in your life, in your schedule, what matches your needs now. So are you looking for a remote position? Okay, and mind you, I said the word remote and not work from home. Okay, work from home, oftentimes those words are scam words, but remote jobs are real jobs, and Flex Jobs is the site that has the most remote positions, and they're all legit, so you don't have to worry about that. So are you looking for a remote job where you're working from home? Or, as a lot of my women say, you know what, my kids are out of the house, my husband travels for his business, or my husband's retired or whatever. I want a position where I can work remotely so that if he's traveling, I can go with him and I can work from wherever I am. Okay. Are you looking for a full-time job? Are you looking for a part-time job? And the really incredible thing about part-time jobs is that no longer are part-time jobs part-time intelligence. Okay, wrap your head around that one. You can have a part-time job that has real responsibility and is a real position. Okay, where you feel challenged, where you feel rewarded, but you still don't have to work 40 hours a week. Okay. Again, go back and figure out that why. Figure out how far away from home you want to work. Okay, are you willing to commute to the city where the salaries are going to be higher? Or do you want to work closer to home? So figure out all these whys. Sit down, pencil and paper. It's a great way to sit and think. Sit down and see what makes sense for you for today. And then when you figure that out, then you can start looking at the what once you know the why. Because it's not just I want a job, any job. You have parameters of what you're looking for. So take the time to be honest with yourself. Okay, honesty is always the best thing, especially with ourselves. Take the time to be honest with yourself about what you're looking for, and then have fun exploring. Okay, I hope this is helpful for you. So much more great free content for you. Pop on over to my website, cindylish.com, CINDYLISH.com. I have blogs, I have videos, so much great content over there. You know what? Even the option to talk directly with me, if you so desire, to see how I can help you on your journey so that you can live your best life, so that you can find the job of your dreams. You know what? Invite your friends. Like what you see, invite your friends. Let's help as many women as possible to get back to jobs that they absolutely love. I hope you have a super productive week. Always remember that you are a warrior, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.